good morning, good afternoon, good evening, take whichever one suits you. Another little video to do with the Colt that we're slowly putting back together. I know you can't see me, you can see the wheel. What I'm going to do today is give the wheel a bit of a clean up, prime it, put a bit of black paint on it, both sides. As you can see, it's a bit used, shall we say. As you can see, it might need a bit of air. Anyway, this is a tyre that I let go during the summer where the car was on an axle stand. So it's going to be nice and straightforward. I don't need to mask the tyre, of course. It's just a case of cleaning it up. Just like putting some primer on and just making it nice and tidy. It's about all I've got time to do this weekend. It's Friday as I'm doing this. So if I get a chance I'll do 2 of these, but you only need to see one. So here we go. Got a brush to start with. Shiny metal under there, who would have known that? I'll just try a wheel brush rather than that one. There we go. Well, as you can see, this valve might have seen better days. Mind you, so has the tyre. I'll pull that out somehow, cut it off, and we'll get rid of this. Obviously it's no use at the moment, so we'll see how we go with that. That was easy. Cut this up. It's fallen to pieces slightly. Surprise, surprise. Just give it a helping hand. Part of it. Push the rest through. I need to get a hand for that. Well, that was interesting. I think my wife's been in the tool shed and borrowed my engineering hammer, so I'm going to have to use this thing. Loose it. chisel. Right, that's that. Just need to push that in. I wonder if I can do it that way. Nearly. In. Done. Easier than I thought. Well, that's that side good enough. I'll just put a bit of surface rust converter over it when I finish the other side. That won't take long to dry. At the end of, well, where are we? The middle of April. And it's still 30 degrees outside. It's supposed to be raining by now. There's the other side. Again, not too bad, just surface rust. Got a counterbalance plate there to take off. Do that first. And then, where did that hammer go? Chiseled a bit of wheel off there. Oops. Bad for something that's 30 years old, is it? That's it. Done. Better find that, I won't trip over it. Right, let's start on this side here. That's almost good enough. I'm just going to change back to the cut brush just to do these the bits in here. It's good enough there. Not big as sun showers, huh? Right, give it a clean down. put some rust converter on it, just to be on the safe side. Would you believe I'm out of rust converter, so I'll have to nip down to the local farm shop and get some. I shall be back in a tick. Well, 10 minutes and $43 later, I have this. Let's see how it works. Right, this one says it's a rust converter primer and sealer. Professional grade. I've already read the instructions, so let's see what happens with this. Better be good for the price. Off. There's that spray. Hello spray. Alright, we'll try the other side. Spray. Ah, don't you love these things? Look at that. It's all solid. That's not going to spray in the fit. Guess where I'm going? Right, we're back with another one of the same, which happens to work apparently. Not that I need much, but I think this is how you're supposed to do it, but it's working. There's very little rust on the wheels anyway, it's just belts and braces job. It says to let this dry, obviously, so we'll do that.
You alright?
Okay, I wonder how long it takes to dry. Suitable for blah blah blah, maybe after 3 months. That just says allowed to dry. Okay. We can manage that. Okay. At this stage I must say I'm not convinced with this product, but we'll see what happens. I prefer the old-fashioned stuff. They put on with a paintbrush, it looks like water. Fiddly. I think I need to get a screwdriver just to get into those bits to mop it up. I'll be back in a second. Oops. Better than a screwdriver, I've got an old knife. That'll get in even better. theory. Yeah, that's not too bad. Right. Now, while that's drying, curing, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to go and have a cup of coffee. And we'll do some painting. Well, let's have a coffee. This is the best part of the job, I reckon. Just like that, what do they call it? Rust remover. I'll have to look again. What do they call it? It's over here. Rust converter primer sealer. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I prefer the liquid stuff, as I said before. We can only try. Well, what's happening with the Colt? It's been a while since we've done some videos on that. I think the last one I did was a post, would have been January, I think, where we had the car up on axle stands looking at the brakes, and the wheel that we're doing now let go, or the tyre let go I should say, and it's been too hot since to do any work. It's been high 30s, low 40s, and inside the shed with very minimal ventilation it's been closer to 50, so it's not worth it. So I've just been doing other little jobs, running the businesses, and I'm just looking at the Golf there. The Golf, by the way, you might have seen the last video I did where I did the oil change on it and trying the Morays heavy duty oil stabiliser. Well, since I've done that, it's travelled about 350 kilometres, maybe 400. I'll use it again this weekend, and that'll be another 300 kilometre round trip probably, down to the city and back. And I'll do another test with the VU meter and see what decibels we're getting out of the engine. It'll be quite interesting. Anecdotally, it feels smoother. It seems a little quieter, but that could just be psychological, couldn't it? You never know. Now, getting back to the Colt, I've just taken delivery of some service items. I've got the fuel filter, oil filter and air filter, just waiting for the spark plugs to turn up. I've just got to finish inspecting the rear brakes. So the plan is finish the brakes, put the wheels back on when they're painted and look better, and then do the minor service, and then onto the bodywork, shall we say. There's little scabby pieces here and there, and get the window tinting off. Then I'll get the engine running properly. The carburetor needs a good going over. Vacuum lines are all rotten. It's a long time since I've done carburetors. The last one I did was an SU, which is simple. All these with vacuum lines, they're a little bit daunting, shall we say. But we'll see how we go. And then clean the interior, get it looking a little bit nicer. Then we'll decide what we're doing with it. Do we put it over the pits and get it registered and then sell it? Do we put it over the pits, get it registered, take it to shows? Or do we just make sure she's good, don't take it over the pits and sell it, let the next person do that, and find something else to work on? Who knows? We'll see what happens over the next 6 months. I'm not taking any mad rushes into it. It's just a sideline, shall we say. We've got 2 businesses to run in the meantime. One's just been incorporated, so that's taking a lot of my time. Rebranding, redesigning, labelling, all sorts of stuff. So we'll see how we go from there. So when I finish this coffee, I'll give you a close-up of the wheel, see how it looks with this rust converter sealer primer, or primer sealer, whatever they called it. Looking down there, primer sealer. And then we'll spray some proper primer on it and a bit of gloss black. Not forgetting, of course, that when it's on the car, the wheel trims that we cleaned up back in November, I think it was. There's a video on that on the channel somewhere. They'll cover it up anyway. And then at some point, new tyres. Spoken with our local tyre service guys. I reckon about $100 a tyre will do the job, so that suits me. I'll need 5, so that's $500, isn't it? This one was the spare, believe it or not, and I took that off when the valve on the last one let go in the previous hot weather bout. So anyway, I'll finish my coffee and come back. Right, one coffee later. This is looking okay. A little shiny maybe. What do you think? It's definitely dry. Just get a rag. I don't want to put any greasy finger marks on it. Yeah, that feels dry. So we'll just put some basic primer on it. I haven't spent a lot of money on this. I've just got a cheapy primer and the cheapy black paint. But let's get some primer on and see how we go. Of course, I'm not going to bother masking that off because what's the point? Now, would you believe I just painted that and I forgot to switch the camera on. Luckily, I've got one more coat to go. That's the last coat on that side. I'll flip her over and do the last coat on this side. Done. That was about 2/3 of a can I put on there. Most of which went on before I turned the camera on because I'm an idiot. But there you go, you get that. And when that's all dry, we're getting a gloss black. Now with today's temperatures, probably close to 30 degrees still at the moment. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I guess, 2:30, 3 o'clock. So this will be done by 4 o'clock. This will dry really quickly. So I could go and put it in the sun over there and dry it even quicker, couldn't I? So I'll turn off for now and I'll come back. Right, that's dry. As I said before, gloss black, using this little thing again. Real handy little device that is. Turns the pressure pack into a spray gun. Go away, ant. Don't want you on the wheel. Okay. Before I forget, better turn that around, haven't I? There we go. Vertical passer. Snap that back on again. Righto. It works. Turn her around again. Slightly slower this time. Again. too bad. Flash off for a few minutes, then we'll turn it over. Right, the front half of the wheel is dry. It's been about 40 minutes we've had a visitor, so let's finish it off. I'm sure you can hear the birds arguing in the trees there. Whatever they're arguing about, I don't know. Right, that's not quite finished, I've got to get in there yet. And around there. Not very scientific, but it does the job. That'll do. There we go. Right. Let's have a closer look. Doesn't that look shiny? Mind you, it's still wet. But it's certainly 100% better than it was before. And here we have the other side. Considering that this is going to be behind a wheel trim, I think that's more than acceptable. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I know it's pretty basic, but it's something to do. And it's another box ticked. That's one done, 4 to go. I won't bore you with those. See you next time.